crazy, man. Oh, I'll get rid of this.
Like, what was there not to like about this?
It's close, right? There it went.
I mean, yes, we. I get it. I guess.
That notification. Yeah, it's nice.
Bro, the road to partner is so long away.
How much is it? I was looking at it and I was like, I wonder how much partner is. Is it like 100 subs or?
No, so the path to partner, to even apply for partner,
Mm-hmm.
you got to stream for 25 hours. You got to stream on 12 different days. And you have to have an average of 75 viewers.
What up, Christian? No.
That's an average, bro. Oh, we're live?
Yes, we are. Just like literally 50 seconds ago. Yeah, yo, that's a lot.
Yeah, but it like, for the path to partner, they want you to like push for it,
No, because you don't get that much if you get partner. It's not like it's a whole bunch of like it's totally different or anything.
I think what partner can get
What up?
Actually, there is a good chunk of
Get
things for partner.
FT. What's an FT? FT.
Your feature
Feature.
to hop on.
Like a song? You trying to hop on a song? You got hot fire, you got verses, bro?
In the podcast, sir.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, but still. When he got to get that fire. I mean,
if you ain't dropping gold bars, I don't want to hear it. What's going on, John? How you doing, man?
I mean, I understand that. Japanese hunters. I mean,
except for baby girl, bro. You can't go wrong with baby girl.
How do you get that before me? I'm sitting there, I'm looking at. You said, "What's up, John?" And then 10 seconds later, he just shows up out of nowhere.
I have no idea, bro.
What up, Solo Warrior? I saw that one.
Yep, there goes Solo. No, I only have lava commentary. Ooh, he's coming in hot with it.
Oh, lava commentary.
But yeah, what I just showed you is like the basics of Twitch when you hit affiliate.
Kind of. What do you get if you hit if you get partner? What's the difference?
I'll send you the link for that. That's a lot
I saw
to read.
it. I mean, I could go read it in my thing. But I'm just saying, like, from what I remember, it wasn't that much difference. That's just playing music. I was gonna do that. Oops, over here. This one I'm feeling.
You get to be on a team.
Ooh.
Access to partner only opportunities. Partners will be considered for special promotional opportunities such as partner spotlights, meet and greets, partner panels, and streamer zones, and more.
I don't know if I like this one.
What are you doing? Oh.
Last one is for you. I'll take it. Man, oh man. It doesn't make sense.
I'm listening to the music you picked, so.
I changed it 3 times.
Yeah, no, I heard every transition.
Transitions. Oh yeah, everybody. JD is working, so he will not be here. I thought Trent was quitting, so I thought he was going to be here, but I didn't read the rest of the chat, so that was my fault. Actually, I don't even know if he's here right now, so. Oof.
I didn't know Jay
was over here. You thought I was, man. I can't even.
Yo,
say
JC
no.
really thought you was out of here.
I was like, Trent quit, so I don't know if he's gonna be back or not.
I can't vouch, bro.
That's why I said that Pikachu shock face. Like, nah, he capping.
I'm still mad.
I'm not 100% sure.
That's understandable.
I understand that grind it's rough.
I'll probably just do
I don't know. I'll probably just do the shit I want to do. I was never. Really
I've been waiting on a workout
sticking to
video.
one
I'm
thing
waiting
anymore.
for a whole week. Where's it at?
I got him recorded.
I gotta just get them together. So,
Bruh. We're waiting for an
He'll
entire
get
week.
to it when he gets to it, man.
Like slime? Is that what we're talking about?
I'm gonna start, man. Like I've been on the cusp of deciding, like, am I just gonna keep doing this thing or what? You know.
I just want you to watch the third episode. You gotta record it. I just want you to watch it.
Just the thought of
Of watching slime just exhausts me.
No. Trent's in his car right now. He's using his headphones. It like you fade in and out. Like you're fuzzy at one point, and the other points you're like clear.
Where you at it?
And then for some reason, JC, you're the only one that's popping up in the left ear for some people.
In the left ear, huh?
Yeah, Solo Warrior says you're only popping up in the
Be
left ear.
on.
In the left ear, Solo Warrior. I don't understand this thing. The left ear.
Yeah, so it's a weird thing with mics. Like sound settings. For some reason, like sometimes it just pops out of left ear. I see it all the time in streams.
Yes, I've seen the same thing. Yes, Ariel, we just started. We haven't started anything really.
Oh no, it's not coming from the left ear. Never
I'm gonna
mind.
talk-
He said
I'm gonna
demon
tell
on
y'all in the chat about these frauds.
Fraud.
I go to
The Hunters Association chat. People calling this chapter mid.
I ain't gonna say
No
no.
names. But people acting like this chapter was not it.
Oh.
It was a great chapter.
Don't kill me for it.
I mean, JD said it was a sticks. He threw it out there. He said it was booty butt cheeks out here. So I would just, I don't know.
Where you putting it at?
I mean, I'll give it 8.5 in general, but not because the chapter was bad. I guess I mean, like, hold on, what time? Chipotle closed. What you be doing? You on 2 days right here or something?
Bro, Chipotle ain't closed.
We got 15 minutes left.
Oh, I don't know. It's 10:45 here, so I'm staying close.
It's not for Friday.
Yeah, it's 9:45 around the Midwest parts.
Who eats at 7 o'clock at night?
I'm eating a quesadilla right now, sir.
I didn't know. I was just not even paying attention. 7.5 from John. All right, everybody in the chat, if you are here, just go ahead and throw out your ratings.
Dez gives it a solid 9.
9 out of 10.
The guy with the hair.
The guy with the hair?
I guess that's me.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I definitely got 9 up under here, dog. 8. Giving an 8 from Christian.
Let me push this away from my face a little bit then. If that's
Yeah, I
the
wish
case.
I had a quesadilla. I'm hungry.
I'm assuming
Hey,
he's saying
bro, I
yours
got
is so
you, 'cause
clear
I'll
that
feed you
ours
to the
doesn't
camera.
sound clear.
Hey, what's going on, Jamal?
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Oh, Dez gave it a 9. 9. Which one is it going to be?
Arrow gives it an 8. Christian gives it an 8. So
6.5.
6.5. And Solo Warrior says 8.8 to 9. Damn, Jamal gave it a whole 2.5. Damn, Jamal.
I'm going to need some explanation for this once we
I'm gonna
start.
need
I guess everybody
from a 1-2 standpoint, not the light novels, please. Give us the reason in here.
Jesus.
Yeah, honestly, they could have done the Giants a little bit tighter.
I don't think so. Okay. We might as well get into it because I don't know what time it is. I have my watch on my phone here, though. We're late because we're ethnic. Therefore, It is how it is. What is going on, everybody? It is the Hunter Association podcast back again with Soul Leveling. What is this, 135? And you know what?
135, yeah.
And you know what? Let's just go ahead into the introduction. I am JC, aka alwaysjcarson. As usual, we got Seraph here, Project Webtoons. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Yourself?
I am great. I am sleepy.
Freaking turned 23 yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. You a young buck out here in the streets, bro.
I am a
Young
Thundercat out here, dog.
Young Thundercat.
out here.
Trent Money, aka
You
Trent
already know
Money.
who
How
it
you
is.
doing, man?
Man, old, tired. You know.
Exactly.
What I'm saying? No big deal.
Yo, I
Boy,
start-
you ain't old if you go into the gym and get these gains, dog.
Well, man, I'm just
If
trying to
you
keep the
old,
reaper
you
off
at
me.
home pissing out dust.
I'm trying to keep the demons off me, the Reaper off me, man. I'm trying to keep out the casket.
Trent's gonna be that like 80-year-old dude that's like absolutely as buff as can be.
Yeah, you gotta.
He's gonna be
bro.
like Roshi out here,
gotta
dog.
be. Gotta be. Like, okay, I've been in a fog. I've been in a conundrum all day. Like, is this chapter good? Was it booty? Was it ass? I just don't.
Inspired.
That's what I once again, like, I gave it an average review, average rating. But then when I thought about it, I was like, this was a good chapter. I think it took a little bit of digging for me to call it a good chapter. But we're going to get the overviews out the way from the light novel perspective and from my boy Seraph. Like, how did you feel about the chapter, man?
For the chapter, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, they let the Japanese people live. And like literally, like the scene of all the soldiers just kneeling down and the way Beru came in and hit that, bro, like that shit sent chills down my spine because that shit looks spot on. Like the art was beautiful, the way they did it, and like now we get to see Jinwoo actually be a king in charge. Because before he's just like, all right, you guys go do whatever you want, you know.
Okay, I mean, but you can
Except
say
for in the demon cancel, he was just like, all right, you guys go over there, you guys go over there. But this time he's like, we need everybody here. Like they were all spread out and they all came back and he's like, everybody charge. Like that shit looked so tight to me.
It was good. All right, so Trent, how you feel about the chapter, man? Like, I was surprised you said it was a good chapter. I really thought you were gonna, call it horrible. So tell us how you feeling, man.
I thought it was great because it pretty much aligned with the stuff I've been saying as far as I guess that's how the story's been laid out. First of all, of course, Sung Jin Woo comes in swagged out, so that already kind of had me
Bro,
hyped.
he came coming in with a Trent.
Just collecting.
In shadows, just catching bodies, taking names. He's also mentioning, like, due to his mana increase, like, these niggas don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's basically saying, like, it doesn't matter how many times they beat my shadows, because with this mana, they're just gonna keep bouncing back. And we've been saying this in comparison to, fighting nation rank hunters. You know what I'm saying? We've got a little bit more exposition when it comes to how far the giants have gone. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on. Mind you, we also got a little part about a giant crossing the ocean. So all you niggas can suck my dick. You know what I'm saying?
I knew that was coming, bro.
Hold on, it
I
was
knew that was
one
coming.
giant is going towards China. This is one. I mean, come on, it can swim. All right, cool.
But yeah, hey, you more than likely walk in. We'll save that for another chapter. But I thought it was a dope chapter overall.
I like the charge.
And at the end, kind of like Sarah said, it gives like a army commander type vibe, and it could have just be me, but I'm looking at like the diversity of his army. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just he's got everything. And again, even with reviving these giants, there was no panel in here where he hesitated thinking that there was going to be an issue, whether it be storage or difficulty in reviving a monster. You know what I'm saying? Now this possible giant monarch or whatever, this giant guard, he didn't really seem phased. You know what I'm saying? Like looking like he was watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we'll see what happens.
That's when it comes to the 1v1 or the gang fight. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, so I gave it at first. I gave it an average rating for the chapter. It was good. They seemed like they were. I ain't gonna lie to you. They seemed like they were giving the information, but I felt like I had to dig for it at first. So once I was thinking about the chapter, I was like, okay, this chapter is a little better than I thought from my original, average rating. So I guess we'll start from the beginning. We have the Japanese Hunter Association president, if I'm not mistaken, and his kind of his assessment of Jinwoo. Like he realized that, like everybody else does, that Jinwoo is way stronger than he thought, way stronger than he appeared. But at the same time, he figured that Jinwoo alone could not handle the S rank dungeon, which was essentially wrong, but kind of right at the same time. And I'll say that he's wrong, but he's right, because that if you remember the chapter, Jinwoo was 7 days. It took him 7 days, excluding his shadows, like Jinwoo, his shadows, the S ranked hunters that were there, the A rank hunters. It took them 7 days to basically, essentially, kill 30 giants. Like, really? 7 days to kill 30 giants? Does that seem right to you guys? I mean, did you expect him to take that long to kill that many giants? Seraph?
I'm sorry, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Run that question back to me, sir.
So do you think that, well, you were expecting, I mean, you read the light novel, but it took him 7 days to kill 30 giants, even with Rue, Iron, Tank, Egress. I feel like that's a long time for him to we've never seen Jinwoo take this long to do one thing.
Well, they were spread out like very, very vastly, and then they also had to take care of the add-ons too, because there was other dungeon breaks going on at the same time.
Of course, yes.
So like that 7 days is not like too far out of the question, especially if you got to take care of a bunch of smaller gates at the same time.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, here's the thing that we haven't really came across. We know Jinwoo is close to nation level, or is nation level at this current moment, but at the same time, he's not. Okay, he might be above nation level, but at the same time, we saw this right here, that Jinwoo is not God tier. He's not all encompassing. He is literally, this is Japan as a country, and while he's taking care of these giants, there are literally gates that are breaking that he has to take care of too. I mean, he's not God Wu. He's literally nation level. He's not God Wu at all.
I don't know about that. Minor deity Wu. He's at least minor deity Wu.
He's demigod Wu.
Yeah, he's definitely demigod Wu.
He's like Hercules, dog. Or
The
Achilles,
feats that he's
you know?
capable of is demigod Wu. But you're right, he's not omnipresent like Wu. Like, he definitely can't do he can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Not at the same time, at least not right now.
Okay, go ahead.
He's not even trying to.
Because maybe with the shadows he could, but maybe he's really trying to see what's up, trying to keep all hands on deck. You know, and nothing else has been an issue to him so far.
But yeah, man. I forgot what the original question is.
I did have an answer to that as well.
But okay, the original question was, I don't remember what it was myself, actually. But anyways, so here's my point that I'm trying to make here, is that Jinwoo can't do it all, number one. And number two, it's like he realized that his shadows aren't okay. If you get past the named shadows, like, you know, the Barus, the Egress, the Irons, the Tanks, once you get past those shadows, even probably those shadows were destroyed once or twice. Once you get down to the lower shadows, they were destroyed multiple times. The only reason why Jinwoo was able to do what he did was because of his mana reserves. He said that, you know, he basically tired out the giants, and that's the reason why he beat him, because his shadows, of course, revive every time as long as he has mana. So Jinwoo is only as strong as his mana is, at least for his shadows, I can say that much. Right? It took him 7 days to beat all the rest of the the giants. Jinwoo's
I don't know.
not.
He's also walking.
Walking through. He's also walking. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they talking about how the giants have also like gone this and this and that. Like a giant walking to. Well, now we didn't see like the whole thing, but a giant walking and traveling compared to Sung Jinwoo traveling and just kind of like searching for whether they're searching for survivors or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could be taking them a little bit longer to excavate like just different areas. And of course, they're like, they're spread out as well. So they may have to go to one side to, take care of these, one side to take care of those. I do find it a little bit weird that it's 7 days. Do it with a little bit more haste, but the distances is probably one of the things that I'm kind of taking into consideration here.
Exactly.
But he seemed to say it.
He also seemed to say it was no issue, So it seems like once he got to unless they just had that
deep of energy reserves,
like the giants were able to fight for hours, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
before falling. I still also don't see that necessarily being the case because Baru came back saying, "Yo, I finished one." You know what I'm saying?
He is Baru.
Now, so if you take
a few of them and you jump them, like, yeah, I do believe it probably did, swat a few and, kill a few a couple times over. They probably also charged in a bit more recklessly, you know what I'm saying? But I don't by any means think he was having, I don't know, I don't think he was having dazed battles with let's say like fodder ants and, giants, because it would, you would just think at that point, he would just pull up, or Baru would pull up, or Igris would pull up, or somebody that was capable of doing a little bit more damage.
Light novel information. Seraph, can you confirm or deny this at what Jamal was talking about? Think so? Maybe.
I'm fucking. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to read
understand.
through the chat.
Jamal at the very bottom, last thing I see at least.
Adds context to what you're saying, JC. The NLN Jokawu was actually changed Ema. So, starting with the Ant Army. Yeah. He was starting hard.
No, I mean, my thing is that, okay, whether or not, like, we all see Jinwoo as this all-encompassing, like, one-man army type thing, and guess he's still, like, the reason why I think he was able to do what he did because it was new mana reserves, and even if the S-rank hunters weren't there, the A-rank hunters weren't there, he would eventually have did what he did anyways, but it just made it easier because of his new mana reserves. Let's put it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there is a new threat. I don't know, do we call it a threat? Like, there's this huge, super huge giant that is sitting on buildings that has been watching everything happen. And Jinwoo is literally sending his whole army towards this one thing. I find that kind of hard to believe. Like, you've got the named soldiers that Jinwoo has taking out giants by themselves. But then you have this giant that's sitting there watching like he's not bothered at all. But Jinwoo's sending his entire army that includes giants now to this one guy. Like, I felt like it for me, that was a little like, really? Just for one giant? How big is it? How strong is it?
From the way he's sitting on these buildings, like it's a regular chair, bro. I feel like he's huge.
He's gotta be huge.
And plus, like, Jinwoo just goes, it's been easy so far, but it's probably only just getting started. So we don't know if he's gonna if they're hinting at the giants to be super strong, or if there's something else inside the dungeon that's gonna be super strong. You know what I mean?
I would guess, and maybe Trent, you are on the side that I'm on with just the webtoon only. Like, does it seem weird to you that Jinwoo is sending his entire army to fight one giant?
I don't know, maybe he can
Gale, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can kind of,
you kind of have that sense
of a power level, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean, I guess he wasn't there to see the giant used the other giant to break through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
right.
he could probably tell by size, you know, that this one ain't no punk, or you know, that the fact that he's just like how it's operating or how it's moving.
It's just different.
I don't. The charge just probably was for theatrics. That's kind of really what I assumed for. I don't think
You think so?
I think he could have ran up on it.
solo dolo, and I'm not saying he would have took a dub, but he wouldn't have just been one-shotted. You know, probably would have been able to bounce back and then kind of reassess the situation. But we'll see if this is where he gets his first L, or his big L. Approaching.
Okay, that's a segue I could use. So, I think Jinwoo's about to take this L, but I don't know if it's gonna be from the Giants, but I think the story is kind of alluding to the first L he's gonna take, at least in a while, because they've already alluded to the fact that the Japanese Hunter Association president said that he didn't think Jinwoo could handle it, but of course he can. But then it took Jinwoo longer than any of us expected for him to handle the situation, because normally he does everything with quickness. You could say that it was the distance, but at the same time it took him a while, and now he is going against a giant that he's for some reason sending his entire army to handle. That he has the total confidence that his army, that now includes giants, I think it's more than 10 giants, can handle. I think that he's going to have more problems with this I'm gonna call him a semi-boss giant that is from the outside. And if this one that came on the outside is literally sitting down and watching everything happen, doesn't seem worried with the slightest, I think Jinwoo's had put in a little bit more effort than he's expecting to put in. And if this giant is on the outside waiting, like imagine what's on the inside that's waiting for Jinwoo. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Like the inside is going to be a little bit more taxing than he expected.
That's a good point. Especially what you said about
Like
just, well, I guess the
giant alone, but I guess for me it also depends on, because he also somebody, not Sung Jin-woo, but I think it was a different hunter, mentioned that it was almost like kind of autonomous almost, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't really seem to be like have like or to be alive almost, or something like that.
Right.
So like it's being controlled or something.
Yeah, so it could
Still be fodder-esque, not really fodder, but still could be a higher difficulty, but not have it may not be the thing Sung Jin-woo loses to. It may not even really have a consciousness that we really battle against. You know, we kind of maybe just battle it and move forward, and maybe what's beyond it is what we do lose to. Again, assuming that we're about to lose now, I can see his loss possibly coming, I don't know,
come after.
after finally meeting up with other nation rank hunters, or it could segue into him meeting those guys as far as needing a human team as well. Like maybe the last monarch relied too heavily on his shadows, and so Sung Jin-woo will have to use more than just his shadows to take this dub as far as for the overall story.
Let's see, how can I ask this question without giving anything away? I'm asking Seraph this question. Is the giant that's sitting outside, I'm not gonna say is he the final boss, I don't really care about that. Is he strong? Is he considered strong when you read the light novel?
His power level is over 9,000.
Somebody said that in the chat. Somebody said that in the chat. I figured it because like I'm looking at Sung Jin-woo sending his entire army, which now includes giants, to fight a giant. And at first I'm thinking I've seen Baru, I've seen Igris, I've seen Iron, I've seen Tank, I've seen Gemma, I've seen all the named shadows take down giants. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if they could take down giants on their own, what's the point of sending multiple out there? And I'm like, this giant's got to be pretty strong. And if this giant's strong, then what's on the inside of the gate has to be a lot stronger. tell him no, Seraph. Don't tell me no. Like, calm down. Like, I need answers, okay?
And you'll get those answers.
Once I read it, but like, I just don't imagine. It's kind of hard for me to imagine, from what I've read in the story so far, that there's something out there that is that much stronger than his current strongest shadow, Baru. Like, if something's that much stronger than Baru, then we've got. I'm gonna say it's that much of a problem. Jinwoo normally can handle something like that, but just think of the architect. The architect could have took down Baru.
Mm-hmm.
If we're putting it like lightly, the architect could have beat Baru without really that much of an issue.
Because he was really throwing them hands with Jinwoo pretty hard.
Exactly. I mean, Jinwoo took actually a few hits from the architect.
Architect is really only a feat for Sung Jin-woo, because the architect is supposed to be almost all like when you're given the name like the architect, there's not supposed to be many niggas that can beat you. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the creator.
The creator.
You know what I'm saying, or one of the pillars in the system. You know what I'm saying? It's a feat that Sung Jin-woo beat the architect, but I don't think many people are beating the architect. I think he's supposed to run cats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see that, but from what I am seeing, I mean, like, do you think the architect could take on the army that Jinwoo is sending towards this giant, maybe?
In that body, or maybe
within the limits of its system?
I don't know, because again, it was
still within his power. It was still within the architect's power to turn off Sung Jin-woo's ability, at least where they were at.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so maybe not in
the brute strength as far as, you know, be 1,000, but we also have already seen him, and we don't know what overrode his ability specifically. The last altercation or whatever, I guess we could say it was Sung Jin-woo, but I still don't know all the ins and out of what that really meant. I don't know if the light novel is more clear on it or not, but
I just think that the architect will be pretty much almost
all powerful esque. Besides whatever
else can like whatever else sets the system in place, architects will be one of the top dogs.
How does that work? Okay, I would.
Like, if you think about it,
I don't know if you're a big. I think we've talked about this before, but I'm kind of like a big Matrix fan. You know.
Yes, I am. Yes.
So, like, you know, the architect
in the Matrix, like, even though you never seen him fight, he was basically like shit, like shown in the light of almost being like one of the all-knowing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It don't matter like who else we're introduced to.
Nobody really seen
as important, or I guess you could say, or as like, again, all powerful as him. You know what I'm saying?
So I think if he
were to step down and let's say to have, you know, gone into like the actual like other parts of the movie and was fighting and stuff, I think he would have been able to shut Neo's shit down if he really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like directly into the source or whatever.
I see. Like, okay, I get their relationship between Sung Jin-woo and the architect, and, you know, he gave him the system and all kind of stuff, but I mean, even without the system, Sung Jin-woo eventually overtook him, especially after he got the whole, I'm not sure if it's power up, but the whole, you know, the Shadow Monarch's heart with the whole mana thing. He pretty much overpowered him then. But I want to put the architect above anything that we've seen so far, but I don't know if he is above the level of that giant that is literally sitting there watching everything happen. He could join, like, he's literally protecting or saying he's the like, you have to beat me in order to get into the gate. And it seems like Jinwoo, Jinwoo's gonna win this fight, don't get me wrong, but if it is not some sort of struggle, I will be severely disappointed. If it's not like a good battle, I'll be disappointed because he is literally in front of the gate, and the only thing he's doing is guarding the gate. Open up Discord for a guess. I was reading what Trent said.
Yeah, I was like, who?
Invite somebody from the chat in, but if you say, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily be disappointed. I'm also know where this guy ranks. Where he ranks depends upon how whelmed I am. You know, if he's not a giant monarch and he's just a big nigga that's guarding the gate, that's guarding the more dangerous thing, then okay, you know. But in reality, if he does beat Jinwoo or is formidable against Jinwoo, then we probably should be worried from here on out, because that means probably everybody from him on is going to be a challenge. And if this guy bangs with Jinwoo when he's got just many more new soldiers with him, plus all of his top dogs, then again, we got a problem. So I hope Jinwoo does run him. You know, maybe Jinwoo just sits back and doesn't even fight at all, and maybe he doesn't run him, but the shadows eventually overrun him. I'll be fine with that. You know?
I get that. Like, the story has been alluding to the fact that there are people out there. Maybe a couple chapters ago, after he defeated our architect, he said there are people out there, and he believes there are things out there that are stronger than him currently. So the story is alluding to things out there that are stronger than him. That's why he needs to continue to get stronger. And I think, at least in my opinion, there are things out there that he's not ready for. There are things out there his shadows aren't ready for. I'm not saying he's going to lose anytime soon, but I feel like he's going to. I see Thomas Andre in the chat. I think that he's going to eventually run into a buzzsaw that's like, hey, I'm not strong enough, and neither are my shadows. I don't care. Like, we're going to see that no matter how many shadows he has, that there's somebody out there that's going to be just to run through them boys. Like, literally just like Baru is running through the S-rank hunters. Like, you guys are nothing. I'm faster. I'm stronger. No matter how many of you guys are out there, I'm just going to be able to just cut you down. There's somebody out there. There's something out there that's going to, like, in order for Jinwoo to lose, there's got to be somebody out there that's that strong. And I can't ask Seraph, but I feel like there's something out there that's that strong.
This guy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, like, oh yeah, inside the chapter they said that I can't remember if it was 2 giants were equal to an A rank boss, or something like that.
I think it was in like the last 2 chapters ago, I want to say.
I feel like they said something like that in this chapter, but I could have swore I read that it was 1 giant or 2 giants that were equal to an A rank boss that were out there so far. That's why it was harder for them to kill them. But if those giants are equal to an A rank boss, then this big one is an S rank boss on its own, and then whatever's on the inside has got to be even stronger than that. So I don't know. If anybody in the chat has any theories, anything they want to get or say, we are reading them right now. Because as of right now, the chapter was good because I felt like it had a lot of underneath, like, things you had to kind of think about in order to understand what they're trying to tell you. Jinwoo had a little bit more of an issue than normal when it came to defeating the giants, and because of the distance. What?
I'm reading Lothar's question. I'm not allowed to answer that, bud. I think one of these two would probably come up to where I'm at and take my head.
Giant monarch? I'm gonna say, okay. He didn't literally ask you that question. I'm gonna say that this definitely, in my opinion, is not the giant monarch. I don't see the giant monarch being outside the gate and saying that, you know, is waiting for Jinwoo to fight. I think this is definitely just a higher ranked giant. Lothar's like, just say it. Just say it, Seraph. Just say it.
Nah. I'd rather not have you coming up here just like, oh, you're Seraph. I
I would say that the giant is not really guarding the gate. I would just think it's more of a rite of passage. Like, unless you can beat me, you're not even worthy of getting in the gate in general.
Could it be like he's one of the few S rank beasts in there? Because you remember, like, in the Jeju Island, there was the Ant Queen that was supposed to be the S rank boss, and then
Right.
Beru showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that's like there's multiple of those guys being like the higher ups, you know?
I don't think it gets easier. Like with every other gate that we've seen, for some reason the lower ranked monsters seem to be coming out first, and then the deeper you go inside the gate, the stronger the monsters were. Just like the Demon Castle arc, the deeper you go, the stronger they are. So I want to say that the deeper you go inside this gate, the stronger the monsters you're going to get. I think Jinwoo is going to understand after fighting this giant that is just sitting there that the things on the inside are a little bit stronger than he anticipated. I think.
That's the thing.
Well, I mean, if much is still left beyond the big thing, or whatever it's guarding or watching.
So you
You
think it's
never
not?
know. He could just be like one of the guys who's just like chilling at the gate while there's like 15 other those big ass dudes in there just like waiting. Like, you got to get past the gate guardian before you go fight the rest of the guys, you know?
Definitely reminds me of a video game. That's my theory. That's what I'm going with. This one is just sitting there, probably a little bit too overconfident, but probably is strong enough to give Jinwoo some problems. I don't think Jinwoo is gonna one shot this guy. I don't think that's gonna happen. If that means anything to most people, it means something to me. Jinwoo normally one shots a lot of things that he deals with. My mind did not get blown. Anyways, so that's all I got for this chapter. Like, there wasn't much to it, but there was, in my opinion, a lot more. Anybody got anything else they want to add for this one? Nothing else.
No,
not really.
I didn't even realize I wasn't muted.
Good, because your boy is some troubles. Nah, because boy is going to sleep. Next time JD will be here. Hopefully everybody will be here. We'll see if Trent Money is going to be here next. Oh, hold on. Everybody. Matter of fact, Trent Money on Twitter. If you don't mind, if you have made it this far in the video, go tell Trent to watch episode 3 of Slime. Literally, it's one of the best episodes in season 1. Just tell him to go watch the episode 3.
Yet.
You didn't miss nothing, to be honest with you. Season 3. Not season 3. Episode 3. Season 1 of Slime. Just go tell him to watch it. Blow up his Twitter. I don't care what you gotta do. Just be obnoxious as you can be. Episode 3. Don't have to record it. Don't have to react to it. Just watch it.
Alright, I'm gonna
Just watch it, bro. Let me get it
Thank
over with.
God. Jesus.
Thank you.
That's all I'm
Midnight
asking.
or something.
Lothar says Slime is good. We already know Slime is good. Oh yeah, like the chat, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to everybody's channels. I'm out of here. So are we. See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.